Indonesia. A land of unparalleled beauty, lush rainforests teeming with life, volcanoes reaching for the heavens, pristine beaches kissed by turquoise waters. But beneath this idyllic facade, a darkness festers, a darkness fueled by greed, tainted by corruption, and stained with the blood of innocents. This is the story of Indonesia's illegal gold mining industry, a story where vast fortunes are made at the expense of human lives and the environment, where power silences dissent, and where justice is a luxury few can afford. The air hangs heavy with the stench of diesel and the metallic tang of freshly dug earth. The ground, once fertile and alive, is now a scarred wasteland, a testament to man's insatiable hunger for riches. This is not a story for the faint of heart. It is a story of betrayal, greed, and the fight for justice in a land where shadows run deep. It began with a whisper, an anonymous tip, a single voice daring to speak against the darkness. The message was cryptic, hinting at a vast illegal gold mining operation in the heart of Borneo. The source? Unknown. The risk? Immeasurable. But for Kompol Ajeng, a seasoned detective with the Indonesian National Police, it was a call to action. Ajeng had spent years battling corruption. She knew the risks, the dangers of challenging the powerful figures who profited from this illicit trade. But she also knew the human cost, the exploited miners, the poisoned rivers, the silenced voices. The tip was vague, pointing to a remote village nestled deep within the rainforest. It was a daunting task, navigating the dense jungle and the even denser web of corruption. But Ajeng was not one to back down from a challenge, especially when so much was at stake. Kompol Ajeng was a force of nature, unyielding, relentless, and driven by an unwavering sense of justice. She had risen through the ranks of the police force, her career marked by successes against seemingly insurmountable odds. But this case was different. It cut deep, striking at the heart of Indonesia's future. She handpicked her team, a small group of trusted officers who shared her dedication. They understood the risks, the possibility of betrayal, the likelihood of facing powerful enemies. But they also understood the importance of their mission. This was about more than just catching criminals. It was about protecting Indonesia's soul. The journey to the village was fraught with peril. Dense jungle, treacherous terrain, and the constant fear of being watched. They moved like shadows, their every step a testament to their training and determination. They were venturing into the unknown, into the heart of a darkness that threatened to consume them all. Section 4. Rani Octavia, the power behind the throne. The name whispered in hushed tones was Rani Octavia, a woman shrouded in mystery, rumored to be the mastermind behind the illegal operation. She was a phantom, her presence felt but never seen. Her network extended like a spiderweb, ensnaring corrupt officials, businessmen, and even members of the police force. Rani was a product of the system she now manipulated. Born into poverty, she had clawed her way to the top, using her cunning and ruthlessness to amass power and wealth. She understood the game, knew how to exploit the corrupt underbelly of society for her own gain. Her operation was vast, stretching across provincial borders, facilitated by bribes and threats. She controlled everything, from the miners who risked their lives in the pits, to the officials who turned a blind eye to the environmental devastation. To those who served her, she was a savior, a provider. To those who opposed her, she was a nightmare made flesh. Section 5. The corrupted elite. The deeper Ajeng dug, the more she realized the extent of the corruption. High-ranking officials, politicians, even members of the judiciary were all implicated. The lines between law enforcement and criminality were blurred, the stench of greed permeating every level of society. Bribes flowed like water, silencing dissent and ensuring the smooth operation of the illegal mines. Those who dared speak out were silenced, their disappearances serving as a stark warning to others. Fear was a powerful weapon, and Rani wielded it with chilling efficiency. Ajeng and her team found themselves navigating a treacherous landscape where every move was fraught with danger. They were surrounded by enemies, their every step watched, their every word scrutinized. The pressure was immense, the weight of their mission heavy on their shoulders. But they pressed on, driven by the knowledge that they were fighting for something bigger than themselves. Section 6. Living in fear. The village was shrouded in fear. The residents, mostly indigenous people with deep ties to the land, were trapped, forced to work in the mines, their lives controlled by Rani's enforcers. They lived in squalor, their homes polluted by the byproducts of the mining operation. The air they breathed, the water they drank, all contaminated. Children, their faces etched with hardship beyond their years, toiled alongside their parents. Their dreams, their futures, stolen by the insatiable greed of those in power. The rainforest, once their sanctuary, was now a source of fear, its silence broken by the roar of machinery and the cries of the exploited. Ajeng and her team witnessed the human cost of the illegal mining firsthand. The despair in the eyes of the villagers, the stories of violence and intimidation, the fear that clung to them like a shroud. It fueled their determination, reminding them of the human cost of corruption, the lives shattered by greed.